Good morning, welcome back to Oven Mitts Without Any Tits. So we're back again. Now I'm doing dinner. You can see it's not dinner time, but I am prepping dinner because we are out today this afternoon, and I thought by the time we get home it's going to be too late to do anything, so I'll get something in the slow cooker. So we are making beef and chorizo chili, slow cooker style. So I've already started planning things, I've started prepping things. I've cooked off one packet of meat and I'm just cooking off the other packet now. So I use just lean beef that's already cut up into chunks, so I don't have to do it. Normally I do actually go through it all and cut all the little bits of fat off, but today I haven't, which is a massive thing for me. So that's all the beef cooked off, so I'll have to leave that to sizzle away for now. I've also, because I'm cooking it in my pressure cooker thing, it does everything. It does pressure cooker, slow cook, sear, saute, all sorts. So I've already browned off some onions. I'm just going to add to that some herbs, seasoning. So 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds, 1 teaspoon of mild chilli. Now if you like it a bit spicier, then go for some cayenne pepper, but I prefer mild chilli. I am going to put a half a teaspoon of garlic granules in as well, not a lot, because there's some chorizo going in, there's the garlic already in the chorizo, so I don't really like to overpower the dish. So I'll put this back on, just to sort of sizzle away for another couple of minutes, and then we'll come back and add some more bits. So into here we're now going to put a pot of chorizo. Now I always buy the pre-chopped stuff, so just throw one of those in, and then we go back over to the contraption, and we can saute that off for a couple of minutes. So you only really want to saute that off until it starts releasing the oils in the chorizo. But just to mention, if you haven't got a slow cooker that does all this, you can do all this bit in a pan and then throw it into your slow cooker. But likewise, you can just do it in a pan and leave it on the hob to simmer for an hour or so on a low heat. So it doesn't have to be a slow cooker recipe, it's just I choose to throw it in the slow cooker. It's a very versatile recipe, shall we say. And now winter's starting to come, it's great for those cold nights that are going to start coming in. So into this, we're going to put the some beef stock, 150 ml of beef stock. We're going to put the beef that we've already browned off, sealed. Make sure you don't get a lot of the juices that start to come out of it. So try and just get the beef, because the more juices you put into it, the more watery it gets, the longer it'll take to cook. And the recipe only asks for 1 packet of beef mince, but because I know that we're having it for tea, there's me, Neil, Taylor, and also we'll be having it for dinner tomorrow. So I want to sort of try and get 5 or 6 meals out of this. So I just, instead of doubling the whole recipe, I just put more meat in it, which works really well. And so you can freeze it. Once you've cooked it, you can freeze it. So you can kind of batch cook it if you want to. And there we go. So all the meat in there. Last thing is the passata. So with your passata, you don't really want to be putting a full portion in. So what I normally do is I give what's in there a bit of a stir, so you sort of know what your levels of liquid is. And then just add this passata mix until it's, you probably want about 200 grams, 250 grams, something like that. You don't want loads. Because the other thing is, once it's cooked, after a few hours, we are going to be adding in some kidney beans and chilli sauce as well, so we are adding more liquid to it. So that's all nicely mixed in. You can also add a pepper. I was going to add a pepper, but I haven't got any in. I forgot to buy some. But you can add a pepper if you want to, or a few. You know, do you ever go to any Mexican restaurants, or have you been to an chili where they've got other things in it that you can add into it that you like? Play around with it. So I don't know why I just took that off. So if you can just, if you can see, that's kind of what you're looking for. So I'm going to put that in the slow cooker now for about 6 hours on a low heat, and then when we come back later, I'll put it on again for another hour on a high heat once I put the kidney beans in and chilli sauce. So stay there, stay tuned, and we'll see what it looks like in a few hours. It's a late one, and I look at the time, we've not long been in, but dinner is now ready. So I have cooked some rice in the slow cooker. I've also, when I came in, put the kidney beans and chilli sauce into the chilli and put that on high for about another half an hour or so. So it's had 6.5 hours in the slow cooker. So it should be absolutely deliciously tender and all the rest of it. So put a bit of rice in each bowl. It's not very often that I do this particular chilli, because normally I just use beef mince. So this is quite an indulgent chilli because it uses proper beef rather than the beef mince. I'll leave that bit of rice there for Neil's dinner. So I shall just spoon some of this chilli. I don't know if you can see that at all without spilling it. Let's not spill it, eh? So just use a ladle, spoon it into the bowls. So you can kind of put as much or as little as the sauce as you want. But make sure you get plenty of that lovely meat. Nice tender beef in there. Yes, I did just lick my finger. And no, I'm not sorry. Not even sorry, not even the slightest. So I'll put a little bit more in. Make sure I keep enough for Neil's dinner tomorrow. And this is dinner. Dinner is served. If you do want a thicker sauce as well, just mix up a little bit of corn flour and pop it into the mix before you actually serve it up. But there you go. If you can see it, it's quite dark at the back where you are, because obviously it's dark outside now, but there is dinner. So let's just have a quick taste. Taste test. Everyone loves a taste test. So we'll see how tender that beef actually is. Because it's been cooking so long, it just literally falls apart in your mouth, so it's really nice. So give it a go yourself, see what you think. Different way of doing chilli rather than just boring mince, using proper beef chunks. Extravagant, but very well worth it. I'm sure you're all worth it. So if you like the video, hit like, hit subscribe and all that jazz. And we will see you next time and see what's cooking up in Shay Bink's kitchen. Catch you later.